Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel, and welcome back to the 1985 season in Season Ticket Baseball. Tonight is August 14th, 1985, and we are live at Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles, California, for a National League West matchup between the Atlanta Braves and the Los Angeles Dodgers. In the replay, the Braves come into this game currently in last place in the National League West with a record of 42-68, very much out of the playoff picture, whereas the Dodgers right now are at 69-44. They're neck and neck with the Astros at the top of the division, and currently the Dodgers hold the all-important 3 seed in the playoff picture. The 3 seed being important because whoever holds the 3 seed skips the wild card round and is guaranteed a berth in the division series. Historically, the Dodgers won this game 5-0. So this would be an important game for the Dodgers to get, as they are currently also 0-2 on the board. Whereas Atlanta is currently 1-1 on the board. I don't know what it is about excuse me, what it is about good teams that are kind of wilting on the board a little bit, but bad teams doing well on the board. It's been a weird replay in that regard, but I think we're all set for this one. We've got a sellout, a sea of blue and white at Dodger Stadium. So let's jump into tonight's action, as we'll bring Digital Diamond, finish getting that set up. Starting pitcher for the Los Angeles Dodgers tonight will be Bob Welch, 14-4 with a 2.31 ERA, 167 1/3 innings pitched, 96 strikeouts, 35 walks, 16 home runs in 85. And while the Dodgers get loose behind Welch, we will get our first look at the Braves' starting lineup. Leading off tonight, we've got Milt Thompson in left field, Rafael Ramirez is at shortstop, Dale Murphy is in center field, Bob Horner is at first base, Claudell Washington is in right field, Ken Oberfell is at third base, Rick Ceroni's catching, Glenn Hubbard is at second base, and the pitcher batting card is representing the starting pitcher, Craig McMurtry. We will meet him when we get to the Dodger half of the first inning. Just going to check my layout here. I think we're all good. Leading off for the Braves tonight, as I mentioned, is the left fielder, Milt Thompson. 302 average, no home runs, and 6 RBIs in 85. We are using blue, white, and blue dice tonight. Dodgers are the home team. Just going to get one more thing out here, and we are ready to go. Braves are playing for pride at this point. The Dodgers are trying to make some headway into the National League playoff race. Which objective will be met tonight? Only the dice know, and the dice require us to turn to Welch getting the sign from Scotia. And in order to find out what the dice are going to tell us, we need to go to the same place every other game starts. That is with the first pitch. So here we go. We will get started off with a 680 going right over to Dodger Stadium. And 680 is going to be a bloop single for Thompson. And we are underway here at Dodger Stadium. As I just got to finish making Digital Diamond cooperate with me. Dodger infield will go to double play depth. And here's Rafael Ramirez. 248 average, 5 home runs, 58 RBI in 85. Ramirez, the Braves are going to call for a hit and run here, as the Braves are going to try to stay out of a double play. Welch will get the sign from Scotia. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That will be a 3-11, and a 3-11 is going to be a miss with batter miss. So batter misses, which means Thompson's got to try to steal without the lead. Against Scotia's arm of a 5, he's got a speed of 4. And Thompson's going to get thrown out trying to steal. Stadium cheers. Yay! As the hit and run blows up in the Braves' face, and Ramirez will come back with 2 strikes on him. Hang on, got to finish updating my score sheet. And now the Braves are obviously going to call off the hit and run. Welch will get the sign from Scotia, and he will pitch. Into a 3-21. This time it's going to be a fly ball into center field. Landreau will get under that one. He will make the catch, and that will be out number 2. Dale Murphy, now the batter for the Braves. 300 average, 37 home runs, 111 RBI in 85. Welch will get the sign from Scotia once again. He will set, and he will pitch. With a 392. And a 392 is going to be a base hit, and Murphy will continue the inning for the Braves. Here's Bob Horner. 267 average, 27 home runs, 89 RBI in 85. Welch will get the sign from Scotia. He will set, and he will pitch. With a 587. That sounds like trouble. Center fielder for the Dodgers is Landreau, 587. That's going to be a double, and the Braves are going to get on the board first. Murphy will score. Horner will make second. 1-0 Braves. Stadium groans. Ugh. As Murphy comes all the way around to score, Claudell Washington, now the batter for the Braves. 276 average, 15 home runs, 43 RBI, and 85. Welch will get the sign from Scotia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 687. 687 is going to be a base hit, and the Braves are going to continue to get runs. Horner will come in to score. Claudell Washington will make it to first. 2-0 Braves. Ken Oberfell in the batter's box now. 272 average, 3 home runs, 35 RBI, and 85. Welch will get the sign from Scotia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 678. A 678 is going to be a wild pitch, and that'll send Washington over to second base. Wow. Dodgers having all kinds of issues today, especially with 2 outs. Ball 1, Welch will pitch again. With a 584. That's into Landreau and a 584. Landreau's not going to get to that one. That's going to be into the gap for another double, and the Braves are going to strike again. Washington will score. Oberfell will go to second. 3-0 in favor of the Braves. Stadium groans. Ugh. Rick Cerrone, now the batter for the Braves. 216 average, 3 homers, 25 RBI, and 85. Welch trying to get out of this first inning. He will get the sign from Scotia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 412 against a righty 412. Cerrone is going to extend the inning with a 2-out walk. Hang on, I just want to check something. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that the Braves were the ones at the bottom of the division and the Dodgers were the ones in control of the 3 seed right now, and I just had to double check the standings, and yes, indeed. As Glenn Hubbard now steps into the batter's box. 232 average, 5 home runs, 39 RBI, and 85. Welch trying to get out of this inning. He's got a jam here. Oberfell at second, Cerrone at first. Welch will get the sign from Scotia, and he will pitch. That is a 678. That does not sound like getting out of it. That's going to be another wild pitch. Second wild pitch of the inning for Welch, as Welch is having serious control issues today. And the Braves are pouring it on here, although the Dodgers are not helping their own cause. With ball one, Welch will pitch again. That is a 297 against a righty. 297. Uh-oh. That is deep to left field. Hubbard thinks he's got a hold of one. He's got a power of a 2. Does he extend the Braves' lead? That is deep to left field. That'll be enough. That'll be enough for a bloop single, and the Braves will extend their lead. Overfell will score. Cerrone will go to first or third. Hubbard to first. 4-0 in favor of the Braves. Stadium barfs. Bleh. And here's Craig McMurtry. He hasn't even pitched yet, and he's already got a 4-0 lead. As the Dodger faithful are not liking what they see here at all. Welch will get the sign from Scotia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 435 on his I rating of a 2. A 435 is going to be popped up on the infield. Getting under that at first base is going to be Brock. He will make the catch, and that will finally retire the side. But what an inning for the Braves. 4 runs, 6 hits, a walk, and 2 wild pitches. And the Braves hold a 4-0 lead before the Dodgers have even come to the plate, which they will be doing in the bottom of the first. Wow, the way the Braves were playing it, the way the Braves were batting in that inning, you guys saw that I had to double check for a second to make sure that it's actually the Braves who are at the bottom of the division and not the Dodgers. Because I wasn't sure about that. Starting pitcher for the Atlanta Braves is Craig McMurtry. 0-3 with a 6.60 ERA. 45 innings pitched, 28 strikeouts, 27 walks, 6 home runs in 85. While the Braves get loose behind McMurtry, we will take our first look at the Dodgers starting lineup. Leading off, we've got Mariano Duncan at shortstop. Bob Baylor is at third base. Ken Landreau's in center field. Pedro Guerrero's in left field. Greg Brock is at first base. Mike Marshall is in right field. Mike Scioscia's catching. Steve Sachs is at second base. And Bob Welch has got his own pitcher batting card. And that is the lineup that McMurtry is charged with keeping in check tonight. Although McMurtry's got to be feeling mighty good about his offense, giving him a 4-0 lead before he's even thrown a pitch. Leading off for the Dodgers tonight is Mariano Duncan. 244 average, 6 home runs, 39 RBI, and 85. McMurtry will look in at Cerrone for the sign. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 163, and a 163 is going to be a wild pitch, ball 1. As McMurtry has some wildness, but he will do it again. This time that'll be a 266 against a righty at 266 is going to be a ground ball over to short. Ramirez will grab that one. He will throw that over to Horner at first out of the inning. Bob Baylor now takes his first swing at McMurtry. 246 average, no home runs, 7 RBI, and 85. McMurtry gets the sign from Cerrone. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 684. That'll turn into a 694. And Baylor's going to get into one. That's going to get to the wall, and that's going to be a double for Baylor. We'll pull that away. As Ken Landreau will step into the batter's box next. 268 average, 12 home runs, 50 RBI, and 85. McMurtry will look into Cerrone for the sign. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 479 against a righty. A 479 is going to be a fly ball into center field. Murphy will get under that one for the Braves. He will haul that in. That will be out number 2. Pedro Guerrero, now the batter. 320 average, 33 home runs, 87 RBI, and 85. Baylor waits for the offering from McMurtry as McMurtry gets the sign from Cerrone. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 296 against the righty. Guerrero thinks he's got a hold of one. That is deep to left field. McMurtry made a bad pitch. Guerrero's got a power of a 9. Can he cut the Braves' lead in half? Boom! That ball is pretty high. That ball is pretty deep to left field. Thompson going back for that one. He's back to the track, back to the wall, and that one's going to end up at least 10 rows in. Home run, Pedro Guerrero. 4-2 in favor of the Braves. Stadium cheers. Yay! Buckle your seatbelts, folks. I don't think the pitchers are going to be much of a factor today. Greg Brock, now the batter. 251 average, 21 home runs, 66 RBI, and 85. McMurtry gets the sign from Cerrone. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 540. That's over to second base. Second baseman is Hubbard, and that'll be a ground ball right to Hubbard. He will grab that, flip that over to first, and that will retire the side. But the Dodgers get 2 runs back on 2 hits. A 2-run blast by Pedro Guerrero. Score is now 4-2 Atlanta after 1. Top of the second brings us back to the top of the Braves order as the Braves managed to bat around in the first. Here's Thompson. Thompson's 1 for 1, but he got caught stealing on a failed hit and run. Welch will get the sign from Scotia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 387. And a 387 is going to be a ground ball over to short. Grabbing that one is going to be Duncan. He will make the play over to first, and that will be out number 1. Here's Ramirez. Ramirez flew out his first time up. Welch gets the sign from Scotia once again. He will kick, and here's the pitch. That is a 360, and a 360 is going to be popped up on the infield. Brock will get under that one at first base. He will make that catch, and that will be out number 2. Two outs, and Murphy now the batter. Murphy tonight is 1 for 1 with a single, and he scored a run. Welch gets the sign from Scotia. He will set, and he will pitch. With a 593, that's going to be hit to right field. Right fielder for the Dodgers is Marshall, and a 593 is going to be a fly ball right to him. He'll range to his left slightly for that one, make that catch, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Braves here in the top of the second, as we will be looking at the middle of the Dodgers order for the bottom of the second. Leading off the bottom of the second, we have the right fielder, Mike Marshall. 293 average, 28 home runs, 95 RBI, and 85. McMurtry gets the sign from Cerrone. He will set, he will pitch. That is a 117. That'll turn into a 317. And Marshall swings through a changeup for strike 3. That will be out number 1. Mike Scotia, now the batter for the first time. 296 average, 7 home runs, 53 RBI, and 85. McMurtry gets the sign from Cerrone. He will set, he will pitch. That is a 434. Scotia against a righty with a 434. He's going to work a 1-out walk out of the at-bat. McMurtry loses control of a slider for ball 4, and Scotia's on with a 1-out walk. The infield will go to double play depth. Batter now is Steve Sachs. 279 average, 1 home run, 42 RBI in 85. Looking at Sachs, the Dodgers are going to try another hit and run here. McMurtry will get the sign from Cerrone. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 378. And a 378 is going to be a base hit for Sachs. Scotia will go to third on the play, as the hit and run this time works to perfection for the Dodgers. The infield will have to play in, as Bob Welch will take his turn in the batter's box. They don't want Scotia to score here. Fans at Dodger Stadium are loud, hoping for a big-time hit. McMurtry will get the sign from Cerrone. He will set, and he will pitch. And Scotia is not going on contact with a 526. 526 is going to be over to Cerrone, and that is going to be a walk, and that's going to walk the bases loaded. Bases are full of Blue Bombers. Batter now is Duncan. Duncan is 0 for 1. With the bases loaded, Scotia will have to go on contact. McMurtry will get the sign from Cerrone. He will set. He will pitch. That is a 434 against a righty 434. Duncan's going to come through. That's going to be a double. Scotia will score. Sachs will score. Scotia will score. Sachs will score. Welch to third. Duncan to second. This game is tied at 4. Stadium cheers. Yay! Baylor, now the batter. Baylor has a double of his own tonight. Let's see. Welch is the runner. He is not going on contact. McMurtry will get the sign from Cerrone. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 285. Let's make sure. Actually, okay, never mind. He's a righty. 285. Uh-oh. Baylor thinks he's got a hold of one. That is going to be deep to left. Actually, that's against a... Yeah, that is against the righty. So that is deep to left field. Baylor, though, with the power of a 0. Does Baylor give the Dodgers the lead here? No! That's going to be lifted into left field. Going back for that one is Thompson. He will make the catch. That'll be out number 2. Welch, they will hold... Let's see, that is Thompson with an arm of 4. They're going to hold... They'll hold Welch at third. 2 outs in the inning. Okay. Just making sure we didn't end up with something crazy like the run scoring. Here's Landro. Landro flew out his first time up. Welch trying to get out of the inning with no further damage. He will get the sign from Cerrone. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 126. And a 126 is going to be a fly ball into left field. Thompson once again on his high horse. He will get to that one, and that will retire the side. But 2 runs on 2 hits and 2 walks, and the Dodgers tie this game at 4 after 2. Dodgers historically won this game 5-0. Season tickets already made a mess of that, but they're turning this one into a shootout. Leading off for the Braves, we've got the middle of their order as Horner steps into the batter's box. Horner has a double tonight from the 4-run first that the Braves had that the Dodgers have since erased the lead of. Welch will get the sign from Scotia, and he will pitch. That is a 569. That sounds like it could be trouble. That's hit over to Duncan. And Duncan's going to boot that one. He'll misplay it. And Horner will be safe at first on the error by Duncan. Infield will go to double play depth. And here's Washington. Washington tonight is 1 for 1. They're not going to do anything crazy here. Washington's going to swing away. Welch will get the sign from Scotia. He will set and he will pitch with a 654. 654 is going to be a ground ball over to third. Grabbing that one up is going to be Baylor. Baylor will throw it over. We'll throw it over to Sachs at second. Sachs will try to make the relay over to Brock, but it won't be in time. Horner will be thrown out, and Washington will reach on the fielder's choice. As the Dodgers try to go around the horn, but they can't do it. Here's Oberfell. Oberfell tonight is 1 for 1 with a double, and the Braves are going to try a hit and run here. Welch will get the sign from Scotia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 596. That'll be into right field. And a 596. That's going to drop. And Marshall, that's going to drop over Marshall's head. That is going to be a double. And Washington is going to give the Braves the lead right back. He'll score all the way from first. So Washington comes in to score. Oberfell goes to second. 5-4 Braves. Stadium groans. Ugh. And here's Cerrone. Cerrone tonight has a walk. Neither team wants to go to the bullpen this early in the game, but there might not be a choice here. Welch will get the sign from Scotia. He will set, and he will pitch. With a 365. And a 365 is going to be a ground ball over to third. Grabbing that one is Sachs. Oh, no, it's Baylor. He will make the play over to first for the second out of the inning. Oberfell will make third on the play. Hubbard, now the batter. Hubbard tonight is 1 for 1. Welch looking in at Scotia for the sign. He will set, and he will pitch. That is going to be a 142, and that's going to be a ground ball right back to Welch. Welch will throw that over to Brock at first for the out, and that will retire the side. But the Braves take the lead again with 1 run on 1 hit and an error. An error by Duncan. Score is now 5-4 Braves as we get set for the bottom of the third. Bottom of the third, we'll bring the middle of the Dodgers order up here. Here's Guerrero. Guerrero has a 2-run bomb tonight. McMurtry will get the sign from Cerrone, and he will pitch. With a 328. And Guerrero is going to get under that one. He'll let that into right field. Washington going back for that one. He'll be back near the track, but he'll have plenty of room to pull that in for out number 1. And here's Brock. Brock tonight is 0 for 1. McMurtry will get the sign from Cerrone. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 684. That'll turn into a 694. And Brock gets into one into the gap, and that's going to be a double. As that'll get all the way to the wall before it gets cut off, and Brock will be at second with the double. Here's Marshall. Marshall tonight struck out his first time up. McMurtry gets the sign from Cerrone. He will set, and he will pitch. With a 503, that's going to give us a rare play with a man on second. Runner on second, less than 2 outs. Okay. Let's see what we get. That'll be a 262. 262 says, runner 2 tries to advance on a slow bouncer to the right side, fielded by the pitcher. Pitcher must try to get the lead runner by challenging the speed. Brock's speed is a 3, so McMurtry with an arm of a 3 has got to be to 13. And he will easily beat that. So McMurtry is cat-like off the mound. He will get to that one. He'll throw it over to third, and that'll be 2 outs in the inning. And Digital Diamond will let me do that. Brock will be thrown out. Mike Marshall will reach on the fielder's choice. Just making sure my score sheet is up to date. And here's Scotia. Scotia has a walk tonight. McMurtry gets the sign from Cerrone. He will set, and he will pitch. With a 430 against the righty. 430. Scotia is going to work a 2-out walk out of the at-bat. As McMurtry loses control of a slider, and Scotia's on for the second time tonight. Sachs, now the batter. Sachs tonight is 1 for 1 with an RBI. Fans at Dodger Stadium are loud. McMurtry will get the sign from Cerrone. 2 outs, bottom of the third, 5-4 Braves. McMurtry will set, and he will pitch. That is a 246. And a 246 against the righty is going to be a ground ball over to third. Grabbing that one up is going to be Oberfell. He will take that to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. 1 hit and 1 walk, but the Dodgers can't get any runs out of it, as Atlanta manages to hold a 5-4 lead after 3. Top of the 4th, we'll see the bottom of the Braves order up. Here's McMurtry. McMurtry's 0 for 1. Welch will get the sign from Scotia. He will set. He will pitch. With a 226. And a 226 against a righty is going to be a base hit by McMurtry. He will help out his own cause. McMurtry will stand on first, jumping up and down, going DH. I don't need no stinking DH. The infield will go to double play. Here's Thompson. Thompson tonight is 1 for 2 with a single. McMurtry, not a threat to steal. He will hold. Braves are going to try a hit and run, though. Thompson will get the sign from Welch will get the sign from Scotia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 543. That's going to be hit over to second base. Second baseman for the Dodgers is Sachs. And a 543 is going to be a ground ball right at him. McMurtry coming in with too big a lead. The throw will go to first to get Thompson. That'll be 1 out in the inning. McMurtry will make it to second. Ramirez, now the batter. Ramirez tonight is 0 for 2. Welch will get the sign from Scotia. Fans at Dodger Stadium are nervous. Ramirez will wait for the pitch. Welch will set, and he will pitch. That is going to be a 204 against a righty. That's going to be a 1-out walk, as Welch will lose control of a curveball for ball 4. And Ramirez will find himself on with a 1-out walk. Setting up the double play, but here's the ever-dangerous Murphy. Murphy is 1 for 2 tonight. McMurtry at second, Ramirez at first. Dodger faithful are nervous here at Dodger Stadium. Welch will get the sign from Scotia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 417 against a righty. 417. Just like that, the bases are full of Braves. As Welch loses control of a slider this time, And the bases are now loaded. And the batter is Horner. Horner tonight is 1-for-1 with a double, and he's reached on an error. The infield will play in. McMurtry will have to go on contact. Fans at Dodger Stadium, very nervous, hoping the Braves don't blow this one wide open. Welch will get the sign from Scotia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 682. Uh-oh. 682 is going to be a base hit into center field. And I think the Braves are going to be content with everybody moving up. So 2 runs are going to score here. McMurtry and Ramirez will both score. Murphy will go to, let me make sure we entered that first. Entered that correctly. Yep. 2 runs come in. 7-4 in favor of the Braves. Stadium groans. Ugh. Actually, that might be worthy of a stadium barfs, come to think of it. Blah. Washington, now the batter. Infield will go back to double play depth. Washington tonight is 1-for-2. We are going to get some activity in the Dodger bullpen, as they're going to want long relief here. Question is, who would be up next for the Dodgers? Who do they have for starters? Because I think the Dodgers here are looking for long relief, that's for sure. Who do they have for that? The Dodgers are going to get Rick Honeycutt warming up in the bullpen. They need long relief, and they need it bad here. This is a very bad spot for the Dodgers to be in right now, as this has turned into an unexpected shootout here in the top of the 4th. As Washington looking to continue to do some damage for the Braves. Welch will get the sign from Scotia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 2-10. And a 2-10 against the lefty is going to be a ground ball over to second. Picking that up is going to be Sachs. He will throw that over to Duncan at short, over to cover. Duncan will make this relay over to Brock. It is in time. That'll be a 4-6-3 inning-ending double play. Stadium cheers. Yay! But the Braves managed to get some breathing room. Picking up 2 runs on 2 hits and 2 walks. Score is now 7-4 Atlanta as we get set for the bottom of the 4th. Excuse me. Stopping in to check in with chat. Leading off the bottom of the 4th, we've got Welch. Welch tonight has a walk. McMurtry will get the sign from Cerrone. Honeycutt continuing to throw for the Dodgers. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 173, and a 173 is going to be a wild pitch. Ball 1. 178. That's going to be a bloop single, and Welch will be on with a base hit of his own. And he'll do his best impression of McMurtry jumping up and down on first base, saying DH. I don't need no stinking DH either. Here's Duncan. Duncan tonight is 1-for-2 with a double. Welch, not much of a threat to steal either. He will hold. Dodgers, they're going to let Duncan swing away. McMurtry will get the sign from Cerrone, and he will pitch. That'll be a 147, and a 147 is going to be a walk for Duncan. We're probably going to get some activity here in the Braves bullpen pretty soon as well. In fact, we are going to get some activity in the Braves bullpen as Duncan trots to first and Welch goes to second. Who do the Braves have in long relief tonight? Braves are going to get Rick Camp warming up. They need to eat up some innings here. Batter now for the Dodgers is Baylor. Baylor tonight is 1 for 2 with a double of his own. Welch at second, Duncan at first. Dodger Stadium faithful is loud. McMurtry will get the sign from Cerrone, and he will pitch. That will be a 358. And a 358 is going to get popped up on the infield to first base. Getting under that is going to be Horner, as the infield fly rule will be called. 1 out in the inning. Here's Landreau. Landreau tonight is 0 for 2, intending to tie the game in one swing of the bat. McMurtry will look into Cerrone for the sign. He will set, and here's the pitch. That will be a 490 against a righty. A 490 is going to be a fly ball into center field. Murphy will get under that one. That'll be 2 outs in the inning, but that will let Welch go to third. Welch will go to third. Landreau is out with 2 outs in the inning. And the batter now is Guerrero. Guerrero tied this game Guerrero got a 2-run homer back in the first. McMurtry will get the sign from Cerrone. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 316. And Guerrero is going to get frozen by a changeup for strike 3. That will retire the side. Stadium groans. Ugh. Hit and a walk, but the Dodgers can't do anything with it. Score is now 7-4 Atlanta after 4. Hopefully you guys are enjoying a little Friday night baseball here at Dodger Stadium. Top of the 5th, we'll see the second half of the Braves order. Here's Oberfell. Oberfell has 2 doubles tonight. Honeycutt ready to come in case Welch runs into trouble. Welch will get the sign from Scotia, and he will pitch. That is a 220 against a lefty. A 220 is going to be lined right to second base. Putting his glove up in self-defense is going to be Sachs, and the ball, pow, will slam into it for out number 1. Out number 1, and here's Cerrone. Cerrone tonight is 0 for 1 with a walk. Welch will get the sign from Scotia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 663, and that's going to be a ground ball over to short. Duncan will grab that one. He will make a nice clean play over to first, and that will be out number 2. Two outs, and Hubbard now the batter. Hubbard is 1 for 2 with a single tonight. Welch gets the sign from Scotia. He will set, and he will pitch. With a 238 against a righty, a 238. Hubbard's going to get frozen by a slider on the outside corner for strike 3. That will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Braves here in the top of the 5th. As we get set for the bottom of the 5th, with Atlanta still holding on to a 3-run lead. The Dodgers need to get some wins on the board here tonight. Need to get a win on the board here tonight. Leading off the bottom of the 5th is Brock. Brock is 1 for 2 with a double tonight. McMurtry gets the sign from Cerrone. He will set, and he will pitch. That is going to be a 177, and that's going to be a bloop single for Brock, along with being the first point of pitcher fatigue against McMurtry tonight. I will deal with the pitcher fatigue in a second once Digital Diamond gets moving. The infield will go to double play depth with the first point of pitcher fatigue on McMurtry tonight. Batter now is Marshall. Marshall tonight is 0 for 2, and he's just going to grip it and rip it here. Nothing special. McMurtry will get the sign from Cerrone, and he will pitch with a 372 and a 372. Marshall's going to get frozen by a changeup on the outside corner that paints the zone for strike 3. That'll be out number 1. Mike Marshall looks at the umpire and says, hey, that pitch was out of bounds. The umpire says, no, you're out of bounds. You're also out. Go sit. And here's Scotia. Scotia has 2 walks tonight. Nothing cute from him either. They're going to let him swing away. McMurtry will get the sign from Cerrone, and he will pitch with a 212 against the lefty. 212 is going to be a 412, and Scotia is going to work another walk out of the at-bat. As Brock will trot to second, Scotia will go to first, and that will bring the tying run to the plate in the form of Sachs. Sachs tonight, though, is 1 for 2. He's driven in a run. McMurtry will get the sign from Cerrone. Dodger Stadium faithful are loud. 1 out, bottom of the 5th, Atlanta leading 7-4. McMurtry will set. Here's the kick, and here's the pitch. That is a 190. And a 190 is going to be a bloop single, and the bases are now full of Dodgers. The infield has to play in, and the go-ahead run would be coming up in the form of Welch, but Welch is going to come out of the game at this point. He's had a rough night, and the Dodgers are going to go to the bench. And I'm going to get tongue-tied, apparently. Coming in to pinch it for the Dodgers is going to be they're going to bring in Terry Whitfield to pinch hit. 260 average, 3 home runs, 16 RBI in 85. I'm just going to make a note here on my score sheet. Dodgers are trying to get some runs out of this inning. McMurtry will get the sign from Cerrone. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 231 against the lefty. 231. That is going to be a walk, and the Dodgers are going to get a run out of this. Brock will walk to the plate. Everybody moves up. 7-5 in favor of the Dodgers. Stadium cheers. Yay! Batter now is Duncan. Duncan tonight is 1 for 2 with a single and a double, and that is going to be it for McMurtry. Neither starter gets out of the 5th inning. Coming in to pitch for the Braves is going to be Rick Camp. 4-6 with a 3.95 ERA. 127 2/3 innings pitched, 49 strikeouts, 61 walks, 8 home runs in 85. He will now come into this bases loaded situation with 3 runs that are still McMurtry's problem. Camp will get the sign from Cerrone. He will set. He will pitch. That is a 301. Duncan's going to swing through the high heat for strike 3. That is out number 2. That is a huge strikeout for the Braves. Baylor, now the batter. Baylor is 1 for 3 with a double tonight. Camp looking in at Cerrone. Bases are still full of blue bombers. The Dodgers already have 1 run, but they also have only 1 out left in the inning. Camp will get the sign from Cerrone. He will set, and he will pitch. With a 295 against a righty. Uh-oh. Baylor's got that one deep to center field, but Baylor has a power of a 0. Can he help cut into this Dodgers lead or even give them the lead? Or can Baylor help cut into the Braves lead or even give the Dodgers the lead? That'll be enough to be a bloop single, and this game is going to end up tied. As a 2-base advancement, so Brock scored. Scotia and Sachs will both come in to score. So Scotia and Sachs will both score. Whitfield will go to third. Baylor will go to second or go to first. This game is tied at 7. Stadium cheers. Yay! And here's Landro. Landro tonight is 0 for 3. Camp will get the sign from Cerrone. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 573. That's going to be into left field. Thompson, and that's going to be a fly ball into left field. Going after the Thompson, coming in for that one slightly. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side. But not before the Dodgers get 3 runs on 3 hits and 2 walks, and tie this game at 7 after 5. Apparently, Season Ticket had a shootout in mind tonight. Finish updating everything up there once I check in with chat. As ID Jester is first to join us here at Dodger Stadium. Yes, we've got a big scoring game going on here, and the base is loaded. Have I had a 10-plus score yet? I'm pretty sure I have had a 10-run score. I think the Yankees, let me look here, but I'm pretty sure the Yankees, when they were on, the first time they were on the board earlier this season, picked up a 10 spot, at least in their first game on the board. Yes, the Yankees did score 11 runs back in June against the Brewers. And yes, we've got a shootout going here tonight, my friend. But of course, once we come back into Digital Diamond, the Dodgers need a pitcher. Coming in to pitch for the Dodgers, mostly so Digital Diamond stopped yelling at me. Will be Rick Honeycutt. 8-12 with a 3.42 ERA. 142 innings pitched, 67 strikeouts, 49 walks, 9 homers in 85. The Braves are going to let Camp bat. They want to eat up some innings from him. The pitcher's spot tonight is 1 for 2. Honeycutt will get the sign from Scotia. He will set, and he will pitch. That will be a 202. That's going to turn into a 402 against his I rating of a 2. A 402 is going to be a ground ball over to short. Grabbing that one is going to be Duncan. He will make the play over to first for out number 1. Thompson, now the batter. Thompson tonight is 1 for 3. Honeycutt will get the sign from Scotia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 158. And a 158 is going to be a 1-out walk for Thompson as Honeycutt loses track of a slider for ball 4. Sorry, I was just making sure I had my score sheet all up to date. The infield will go to double play depth, and here's Ramirez. Ramirez is 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. Dodgers or Braves are going to try a hit and run here. They want to stay out of a double play situation. Honeycutt will get the sign from Scotia. Let me get my quick reference sheets down here. Honeycutt gets the sign from Scotia, and here's the pitch. That is a 6-14, and a 6-14 is going to be a miss, which means Thompson has to try to steal without the lead. He's got a speed of a 4 against Scotia's arm of a 5. And Thompson's actually going to get thrown out trying to steal. The throw comes in. It's a little bit high, but pulling it down is going to be sacks. He will just barely make the tag, and that'll be 2 outs in the inning. Stadium cheers. Yay! Thompson's the leadoff batter, right. 2 outs in the inning, and now we've got 2 strikes on Ramirez, which means the Braves are going to call off the hit and run, and Honeycutt will pitch again. This time it'll be a 2-42 against a righty. 2-42 is going to be a ground ball over to third. Grabbing that one is Baylor. He will throw that across the diamond, and that will retire the side. A walk and a spoiled hit and run derails the inning for the Braves as we get set for the bottom of the 6th. Leading off the bottom of the 6th for the Dodgers is Guerrero. Guerrero tonight is 1 for 3, but that one was a 2-run bomb back in the 1st. Camp will get the sign from Cerrone. He will set, and he will pitch. With a 6-07, that'll turn into a 6-17, and Guerrero tries to do way too much with a changeup for strike 3. That will be out number 1. One out in the inning, and here's Brock. Brock is 2 for 3 with a single and a double tonight. Camp gets the sign from Cerrone. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That will be a 479. That sounds like it could be trouble. 479 against a righty. Never mind, that's going to be a ground ball right over to first. Horner will grab that one. He'll wave off Camp coming over to cover, and Horner will take that to the bag himself for out number 2. Marshall, now the batter. Marshall is 0 for 3 tonight. Camp will get the sign from Cerrone. He will set, and he will pitch. With a 329. And Marshall's going to swing through the high heat for strike 3. That will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Dodgers in the bottom of the 6th. And we have got ourselves a shootout tonight as the Braves and the Dodgers are tied at 7 going into the 7th. I know, too many 7s. Top of the 7th, we'll see the heart of the Braves order coming up as leading off. For the Braves will be Murphy. Murphy's 1 for 2 with a single and a walk tonight. Honeycutt will get the sign from Scotia. We are tied at 7 here in the top of the 7th. Honeycutt will set, and he will pitch. 381. 381 is going to be a ground ball over to third. Grabbing that one is going to be Baylor. He will make the throw across the diamond for out number 1. Horner, now the batter. Horner is 2 for 2 with a single and a double, and he's reached on an error. Honeycutt will get the sign from Scotia. He will set, and he will pitch. With a 110, that'll turn into a 310, and Horner gets frozen by a curveball that catches the inside corner for strike 3. That is out number 2. Washington, now the batter. Washington tonight is 1 for 3. Honeycutt will get the sign from Scotia. He will set, and he will pitch. That will be a 333. And Washington's going to swing through a changeup for strike 3. That will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Dodgers here in the top, or the Braves in the top of the 7th. We are at the 7th inning stretch, saying take me out to the ball game. I will not torture you guys with my rendition of it. I will instead take a small break. Don't forget, we still have Fast Score to determine how the rest of the majors fared after tonight's game. Tomorrow night will be August 18th, 1985. We're getting into the tail end of the games that were selected during the 1985 feature game selection show. We will be at, I'm trying to remember what it's called. I want to say it's California Stadium, but I wouldn't swear to that. We'll be at Anaheim Stadium, actually, presumably in Anaheim, California, for an American League West matchup, as the defending American League champion Oakland Athletics visit the AL West leading California Angels. Tommy John will be going for the Athletics, and Ron Romanick will be going for the Angels. That should be an interesting one, even though the Athletics are currently in the basement of the AL West. But we're getting ahead of ourselves on that one. Athletics, Angels will be tomorrow night. Bottom of the 7th, we'll see the bottom of the Dodgers order come up. Here's Scotia. Scotia tonight is yet to have an official at-bat, as he's got a walk. We're going to get some more activity in the Dodger bullpen, as coming into pitch now, or getting loose, is going to be Carlos Diaz. Camp will get the sign from Cerrone. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 418 against a righty, and Scotia's going to lead off with his 4th walk tonight. Scotia with a great eye tonight. The infield will go straight away to double play depth, and here's Sachs. Sachs tonight is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Dodgers are going to try a hit and run here. Camp will get the sign from Cerrone, and he will pitch with a 236 against a righty. 236 is going to be a ground ball over to second. Grabbing that one is going to be Hubbard. He will take the sure out at first for the first out of the inning. Scotia will make second on the play. Honeycutt is going to come out of the game. The Dodgers are going to go back to the bench once again. Coming into pinch hit for the Dodgers is going to be once you decide to cooperate with me. I'm, of course, yelling at Digital Diamond on that. It's going to be Candy Maldonado coming into pinch hit. 225 average, 5 homers, 19 RBIs in 85. His job is to get Scotia home. Just updating my score sheet again. Camp will get the sign from Cerrone. He will set. He will pitch. That will be a 482. And against a righty, a 482. That is going to be a base hit, and the Dodgers are going to take the lead for the first time today. Come on. There we go. That is a base hit. Maldonado goes to first. Scotia will score 8-7 in favor of the Dodgers. Stadium cheers. Yay! Double play is back on the table, and the batter now is Duncan. Duncan tonight is 1 for 3 with a double and a walk. Camp? Would help if I thought I hit enter to push it over. You're pretty sure Anaheim Stadium is somewhere in Tennessee. Hilarious. Then the California Angels apparently are the Tennessee Angels, and nobody's known this all along. Camp will get the sign from Cerrone, and he will pitch. That is a 1-11. That'll be a ground ball right back to Camp. He will turn, throw that over to Ramirez at short, and that'll throw Maldonado out. Ramirez will try to make the relay over to Horner, but that won't be in time. But that will be 2 outs in the inning. Right, Maldonado got thrown out. Batter now is Baylor. Baylor tonight is 2 for 4 with a single and a double. Camp looking in at Cerrone. Dodger faithful on their feet as their Dodgers now have the lead. Camp will set, and he will pitch. That is a 223 against a righty at 223. Baylor is going to swing through the high heat for strike 3. That will retire the side, but not before the Dodgers can take the lead. With 1 run on 1 hit and a walk, score is now 8-7 Dodgers after 7. Dodgers need a pitcher. Coming in to pitch for the Dodgers, once we get this to cooperate, will be Carlos Diaz. 6-3 with a 2.61 ERA. 79 and a third innings pitched, 73 strikeouts, 18 walks, 7 home runs in 85. He will be charged with the middle bottom of the Braves order. Here's Oberfell. Oberfell tonight is 2 for 3 with 2 doubles. We're going to get some activity in the Braves bullpen as starting to get loose. Lefty, righty, lefty. They're going to get Jeff Dedman warming up in the Braves bullpen. As Diaz will look to Scotia for the sign. His job is to keep this game right where it is. Diaz will set, and he will pitch. That is a 685. I don't think that's going to help with keeping it right where it is, because that is going to be a base hit for Oberfell, and he will lead off the top of the 8th. He'll lead off the top of the 8th on base with a single. The infield will go to double play depth, and here's Cerrone. Cerrone tonight is 0 for 2 with a walk. Oberfell, not much of a threat to steal. He will hold. Diaz will get the sign from Scotia. He will set. He will pitch. With a 469 against the lefty, 469 is going to be a ground ball over to third. Grabbing that is Baylor. Baylor will throw that over to Sachs at second. Sachs will try to make the relay, but it won't be in time. That'll be a fielder's choice. Oberfell will be out, and Cerrone will reach on the fielder's choice. One out in the inning, and here's Hubbard. Hubbard tonight is 1 for 3. Cerrone, an even worse stealing threat, he will hold. Diaz will get the sign from Scotia. He will set. He will pitch. That is a 633. And a 633 is going to be popped up on the infield. Getting under that at shortstop is going to be Duncan. That is skied about a mile high. He will track that down, and that'll be out number 2. Camp is going to come out of the game. The Braves need to get some offense here. As coming into pinch hit for the Braves, looking at a lefty. Who do they have on the bench tonight? They got to go to the big gun. The Braves are going to go to Terry Harper. 264 average, 17 home runs, 72 RBI, and 85. His job is to try to get this game, to try to get Cerrone over. Diaz will get the sign from Scotia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 336. And a 336 is going to be a fly ball into center field. Getting under that one is going to be Landreau. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side. One hit, but the Braves can't do anything with it as we get set for the bottom of the 8th. Braves need a pitcher. Coming in to pitch for the Braves tonight, now, is going to be Jeff Dedman. 6-3 with a 4.08 ERA, 86 innings pitched, 41 strikeouts, 49 walks, 5 home runs, and 85. He is going to have to go through the heart of the order. Here's Landreau. Landreau tonight is 0 for 4. We are going to get some activity in the Dodger bullpen, as after the way this game's gone, they don't want any funny business. The Dodgers are going to get Tom Niedenfuer, their closer, warming up. Dedman will get the sign from Cerrone. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 477 against a righty. That is going to be a fly ball into center field. Murphy will get under that one for the Braves. He will make that catch, and that will be out number 1. Pedro Guerrero, now the batter. He is 1 for 4, but that one is a 2-run homer from back in the first. Dedman will get the sign from Cerrone. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 447 against a righty. 447 is going to be a ground ball over to short. Ramirez will get to that one, ranging to his left. He will make the throw over to first, out number 2. Brock is now the batter. Brock is 2 for 4 with a single and a double. Dedman will get the sign. Will get the sign from Cerrone. He will set. He will pitch. That is a 176, and a 176 is going to be a bloop single for Brock, and that will continue this inning. Brock on with 2 outs, and the batter now is Marshall. Marshall tonight is 0 for 4. Dedman gets the sign from Cerrone. He will set, and he will pitch. With a 617, that'll turn into a 627, and that's going to get popped up on the infield at second base. Hubbard will get to that one for the Braves. He will track that down, make the catch, and that will retire the side. Nothing across except for the hit for the Dodgers. It is now 8-7 LA after 8. But will we see some 9th inning magic? Diaz is going to come out of the game. The Dodgers do not want any funny business tonight. They are going to go to the closer. They need to get a win on the board here. Coming in to pitch for the Dodgers in an 8-7 game is going to be their closer, Tom Niedenfuer. 7-9 with 19 saves and a 2.71 ERA. 106 in the third innings pitched, 102 strikeouts, 24 walks, and 6 homers in 85. He will be charged with the top of the Braves order. Here's Thompson. Thompson tonight is 1 for 3 with a single and a walk. Niedenfuer will get the sign from Scotia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 6-12. And Thompson's going to get frozen by a slider for strike 3. That will be out number 1. Ramirez, now the batter. Ramirez is 0 for 3 with a walk tonight. Niedenfuer gets the sign from Scotia. Fans at Dodger Stadium are loud, hoping their Dodgers can pick up their first board win of this replay. Niedenfuer will set, and he will pitch. That is a 6.53, and that'll be a ground ball over to third. Baylor ranging to his right for that one. He will get that. He'll make the throw over to first, and that is out number 2. And the last chance for the Braves comes down to Dale Murphy. Murphy tonight is 1 for 3 with a single and a walk. Fans at Dodger Stadium are loud, hoping Niedenfuer can slam the door. He will get the sign from Scotia. Niedenfuer will set. Here's the kick, and here's the pitch. That is a 6.44. And that's going to be a ground ball over to first base. Brock will grab that one. He will wave Niedenfuer off, jump on the bag himself, and that is your game. The Los Angeles Dodgers pick up their first win on the board in this replay as they managed to win a wild game over the Braves in a shootout 8-7. Stadium cheers. Yay! Final line score coming up. For the Dodgers, 8 runs on 11 hits and 1 error. For the Braves, 7 runs on 10 hits and no errors. Winning pitcher tonight is Rick Honeycutt. Rick Camp will end up with the loss, and Tom Niedenfuer will end up with the save. But, of course, you guys know the drill. We are not done yet because we've got to ask Fast Score how the rest of the majors fared. And yes, indeedy, no ninth inning magic tonight for the Braves, I should say. It was looking a bit dicey there for the Dodgers very early in this one, though, especially when the Braves had a 4-run first, but the Dodgers managed to fight back from that, which the Dodgers holding the 3 seed right now is very important for the Dodgers to get some board wins. Because right now, if it comes down to a tiebreaker with the Astros on the board, the Astros would actually win the division over the Dodgers. I'm expecting that to be a very tight race. But we'll talk more about where things go once we get a little bit deeper into August. Guard the camera. Doesn't look like anything wild happened. Okay. We are all set to ask our friends at Fast Score how the rest of the majors fared. So the Dodgers win a wild game over the Braves tonight, 8-7. But let's see, it helped to have my chart handy. Let's see how the rest of the majors fared. First up, we have got the Indians and the Orioles. Indians, 1336, that is 5. Orioles, 2346, that is 8. And that's a win for the Brownbirds, who are also fighting to stay relevant in the American League East race. Royals and the Red Sox. Royals, 1045, that is 5. Red Sox, 1416, that is 3. And Kansas City will pick up that win. The Royals, another team who need every win they can get their hands on. Yankees and the White Sox. Yankees, 1151, that is 5. White Sox, 1261, that is 7. And the White Sox tame the Pinstripes, at least in that game. Tigers and the Brewers. Tigers, 1262, that is 7. Brewers, 625, that is 2. And the Kitty Cats beat up on the Beer Makers. Athletics and the Twins in a doubleheader, Game 1. Oakland, 1364, that is 9. Minnesota, 842, that is 4. And the Athletics take Game 1. Game 2. Athletics, 1725, that is 4. Twins, 1422, that is 3. And the Athletics will win both of those games in that twin bill. Angels and the Mariners also have a doubleheader, Game 1. Angels, 641, that is 3. Mariners, 1151, that is 5. Seattle takes Game 1. Game 2. California, 1841, that is 6. Seattle, 921, that is 2. And the Angels and Mariners will split that twin bill. Blue Jays and the Rangers. Blue Jays, 766, that is 9. Rangers, -116 is 0. And the Bluebirds beat up on the Rangers. Expos and the Cubs. Expos, 1361, that is 7. Cubs, 711 is 0. And the Expos beat up on the Baby Bears. Phillies and the Mets are both 8s. Phillies roll a 25, that is 3. Mets roll a 62, that is 7. And the Mets continue their mid-August surge. Reds and the Padres. Cincinnati also on something of a surge, but it will at least halt here on this night. Reds, 525, that is 2. Padres, 945, that is 5. And the Padres bless that game with a win. Astros and the Giants. Astros, 1134, that is 4. Giants, 515, that is 1. And that's a win for the Astros. On to August 15th. Rangers and the Orioles. Rangers, 823, that is 2. Orioles, 1456, that is 7. And that's a win for the Orioles. Indians and the Tigers. Indians, 1022, that is 2. Tigers, 1715, that is 3. And that's a win for the Tigers. another team that needs every win they can get their hands on. White Sox and the Brewers. White Sox, 1142, that is 5. Brewers, 1211, that is 0. And that's a win for the White Sox, as Milwaukee continues fading here in the second half of the season. Mariners and the Twins. Mariners, 1416, that is 3. Twins, 1321, that is also 3. They will go to extras. Let's see. Mariners roll a 4, plus 2 is 6. Twins roll a 5, plus 2 is 7. That'll be a win by the Twins in extras. Expos and the Cubs. Expos, 1736, that is 5. Cubs, 864, that is 7. And that's a win for the Cubs. Braves and the Dodgers. Braves, 323, that is 2. Dodgers, 1245, that is 5. And that's a win by the Dodgers. Phillies and the Mets. Phillies, -214 is 0. Mets, 1364, that is 9. And the Mets pick up another win. Reds and the Padres. Reds, 756, that is 6. Padres, 631, that is 3. And that game belongs to the Reds. As Philip Anderson now joins us here at Dodger for Fast Score. Dodgers first to 70 wins in the NL according to what he's got. And yes, the Dodgers are the first to 70 wins in the National League, as the Cardinals did not play yesterday on August 14th. Astros, and let me make sure I marked that game off for the Reds. I did. Okay. Astros and the Giants. Astros, 1062, that is 7. Giants, 332, that is 2. And that's a win for the Astros. And I forgot to mention Philip Anderson, the official backup record keeper here on the network. Pirates and the Cardinals have a doubleheader. Game 1. Pirates, 863, that is 7. Cardinals, 415, that is 1. The Pirates take game 1. Game 2. Pirates, 236, that is 3. Cardinals, 1141, that is 4. And the Cardinals will split that twin bill with the Pirates. On to August 16th. Rangers and the Orioles. Rangers, 1045, that is 5. Orioles, 2334, that is 6. And the Brownbirds continue to win. Athletics and the Angels. Athletics, 953, that is 5. Angels, 1034, that is 4. And that's a win by the Athletics. Indians and the Tigers. Indians, 1731, that is 4. Tigers, 1421, that is 3. And that's a win for the Tribe. The Tribe is mostly playing for pride at this point. White Sox and the Brewers. White Sox, 1426, that is 4. Brewers, 864, that is 7. And that's a win for the Brew Crew. Mariners and the Twins. Mariners 13-16, that is 2. Twins 12-53, that is 6. And that's a win for the Twins. Red Sox and the Yankees. Red Sox 10-15, that is 2. Yankees 11-35, that is 4. And the Yankees continue to win, and oh yeah, they also win on occasion. Royals and the Blue Jays. Royals 352, that is 4. Blue Jays 532, that is 3. Kansas City will take that win. Phillies and the Cubs. Phillies 17-11, that is 1. Cubs 8-33, that is 3. And that's a win for the Cubs. Reds and the Astros. Reds 10-42, that is 4. Astros 8-62, that is 7. And that's a win for the Astros, as they're trying to keep pace with the Dodgers in this block. Mets and the Pirates. Mets 13-15, that is 2. Pirates 543, that is 4. And the Pirates get to hang the Jolly Roger on that one. Braves and the Padres. Braves 514, that is 1. Padres 814, that is also 1. They will go to extras. Braves roll a 3, plus 1 is 4. Padres roll a 5, plus 0. That'll be a win by San Diego in extras. Dodgers and the Giants. Dodgers 1164, that is 8. Giants 244, that is 3. And the Dodgers continue their own little surge. Expos and the Cardinals. Expos 7-11 is 0. Cardinals 24-63. That's going to be a lot more than 0. Yeah, that's going to be 11. And the Cardinals are going to put a hurting on the Expos. August 17th, Rangers and the Orioles. Rangers 936, that is 4. Orioles 1722, that is 3. And that's a win for the Rangers. Athletics and the Angels, we will see these two teams tomorrow night. Athletics 943, that is 4. Angels 1224, that is 3. And that is a bad loss for the Angels to be taking. But the Athletics will get that win. Indians and the Tigers. Indians 916, that is 2. Tigers 2066, that is 13. And the Tigers come in and beat up on the Tribe. White Sox and the Brewers. White Sox 1633, that is 5. Brewers 921, that is 2. That's a win for the White Sox. Mariners and the Twins. Mariners 564, that is 7. Twins 1632, that is 4. And that's a win for the Mariners. Red Sox and the Yankees. As Dice Baseball Digest now joins us here for Fast Score. And yes, the Mets are performing very well in this block so far, but back to business as we've got the Red Sox and the Yankees. Red Sox 824, that is 2. Yankees 14-42, that is 5. That's a win by the Yankees. Royals and the Blue Jays. Royals 426, that is 2. Blue Jays 952, that is 5. And the Bluebirds get one over on the Royals. Phillies and the Cubs. Phillies 1451, that is 6. Cubs 1163, that is 8. And the Cubs win their own shootout. Reds and the Astros. Reds 954, that is 6. Astros 861, that is 6. That is also 6. They will go to extras. Reds roll a 4, plus 2 is 6. Astros roll a 2, plus 0 is 2. That'll be a win by the Reds in extras. Mets and the Pirates. Mets 1245, that is 5. Pirates 246, that is 4. And the Mets continue their surge. Dodgers and the Giants. Dodgers 932, that is 3. Giants 645, that is 4. The Giants will get that win. Last up, Expos and the Cardinals. Expos -243, that is 2. Cardinals 754, that is 5. And that's a win for the Cardinals. And that will do it for Block 32 of the 1985 season. Tomorrow afternoon, we'll be at Anaheim Stadium in Anaheim, California for an NL West matchup as the Oakland Athletics will be taking on the California Angels. Tommy John will be on the mound for the Athletics, and Ron Romanek will be up for the Angels. Before that in the morning, Mystical Munchies will continue out of the Recipes from the World of Tolkien cookbook as we make the side, strawberry and lavender shortcakes. Sunday morning, we're going to have another block of 1985 in-season ticket baseball. So Sunday will be a double header, and I'll announce what game that's going to be during the 7th inning stretch of tomorrow night's Angels Athletics game. Wednesday, we're going to be doing another season ticket game, as we'll be doing a fourth quarter test on season ticket football. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care, everyone. The Los Angeles Dodgers weather a 4-run first inning from the Braves to pick up their first board win in this replay as they win tonight's game by a final score of 8-7. Once again, take care.